What's up, y'all? This is Juwon. I'm excited to be back with you. It's Thrive Thursday. It's our third edition of Thrive Thursday. And today, I want to share with you 2 important steps everyone needs to take, I don't care who you are, to achieve anything worthwhile. And to illustrate this point to you, I want to tell you a story from my personal background. Now, you may or may not know that I just finished up writing my second book. It's titled Help, I Don't Know What I Want to Do With My Life. It's been a joy to work on the project, and I'm so excited to share it with all of you. But you may not know that I never would have imagined in my wildest dreams that I would have written 2 books. And between me and you, I don't think my high school English teacher could have ever imagined that for me either. But here we are, and have written the second book. It almost blows my mind. But there's 2 steps that I want to share with you that have helped me achieve that goal, and I know if you take these steps will help you achieve any goal that you're looking to achieve as well. So I'm gonna tell you a story of how the first book kind of came about. You see, Aaron and myself, we had finished a project working to inspire high school students to think about the possibility of going to college. And we had recorded all these interviews with these students, and we had putting it together, and we sat down with one of our mentors, Mr. Mark Hogue. And Mark said, "This is some great material you have here. I think you could turn it into a book." And we looked at him like he was crazy. Like, "Mark, don't you know that 21-year-olds don't go around writing books? What makes you think we can write a book?" And he said, "Well, really, it's not that difficult. There's 2 things that you need to do in order to write a book, 2 steps." I said, "Well, Mark, what's the first step?" He said, "The first step to writing a book is you find something that you want to say and you just start writing." I said, "What? Am I missing something here? Let me repeat this back to you. You said, find something you want to write about and you just start writing." He said, "Yeah, that's it. That's the first step. You see, most people never get started." Martin Luther King is famous for saying that faith is taking the first step when you cannot see the top of the staircase. And so oftentimes we are our own worst enemy when it comes to achieving our goals because we never get started. And we think we have to have all of the answers before we get started. But the truth is, all of the answers will show up when you get up and get going towards your goals. So the first step to achieving anything worthwhile is you have to get started. Just get started right now, today, with what you have. And I guarantee you that as you walk the path towards your goals, you'll start to attract the people, the resources, the ideas, the plans to make your dreams a reality. So that's step number 1. Then he said, the next step to writing a book is you just keep writing until you have nothing left to say. I looked at him and said, okay, let me get this right, Mark. Step 1, find something you want to write about, and then just keep writing until you have nothing left to say. He said, yep, that's it. 2 easy steps. If you do that, everything will take care of itself. And so I was crazy enough to believe him, and that's what we did. We just got started, and we started writing. We started with an outline, and then we just went in and started writing chapter by chapter. And before we knew it, we had nothing left to say, and 100 pages later, we had a book. And that was our first book. We wrote it when we were still in college. And then we kept getting asked to speak at different universities to tell our story of inspiring students to go to college. And people kept asking me after the speech, how did you find out what you wanted to do in life? And so an idea was born. I said, well, this looks like the topic of the next book. We're going to help people figure out what they want to do in life. And to me, it comes down to 3 simple steps, or 3 fundamental questions that we all have to answer. And that is, who are you? What do you want out of life? And how can you go from where you are to where you want to be? And so that's the premise for our book, and that's where we started. And then we just started writing again, writing on those 3 topics. And before we knew it, we were done with book number 2. And so the second key to achieving anything, the second step to achieving anything worthwhile is you gotta stick to it until you reach the finish line. You see, most people don't start. And then the people who do start oftentimes give up right before the goal. They don't even know how close they are to success. I've done it before. I'm sure you've done it before. And so what we have to do is resist that urge to give up in the middle, in the midst of the struggles en route to our goals. We have to just commit to persisting until we complete the goal. You see, if you just get started and then you just keep working until you reach the finish line, how can you not succeed? So I know it sounds really, really simple, but those are my 2 steps for achieving anything worthwhile. So I hope that you find that useful. Remember, until next time, thrive or die. Let's go, get up, get started, and persist to make this thing happen. Let's turn these dreams into realities. Thrive or die, let's go.